Good evening, everybody, and welcome to That's Good Pasta, our podcast about creepy pastas, spooky spaghettis, freaky fettuccinis, ghastly, I don't know what else, a lot of other spooky pasta here. I'm Thomas, and with me, as always, is my co host, my tech boy, my producer, and the scamp of good That's Good Stuff, and his name would be
Jared.
Jared.
At least I'm honest about my name.
I said my name's Thomas.
Yeah, that's not your name.
I didn't know where to go with that. Anyway.
We all know the truth.
All right, I have different names, all right? But we're not getting into that. Um, Today we have a bit of an interesting story that Jared kind of threw my way. It's going to be The Man in the Suit by Unknowingly, which is it's a bit of like a found footage video series on YouTube. It's gotten a little bit of popularity over the last few years. And I'm actually going to throw this one to Jared because this is his thing. Apparently, he's summoning Godzilla right now.
Accidentally pushed on one of the videos. I had it up to see the name of the guy, but it's fine.
Well, I mean, that's a pretty good intro right there. So, Jared, why don't you tell us little bit about this web series that you found?
Okay. So didn't really find it. I'm sure if you guys are film theorists or game theorists, you came across this the same way. There's a theory that MatPat did before he retired like a chump, and before he left us, abandoned us. But anyway, he did a theory, and I thought it was really cool, so I started watching it. Called Man in the Suit. I'm only talking about the first 3 videos. That's all I kind of refreshed myself on, so we'll start with that. The first one is kind of setting up the whole premise. Talking about the first Godzilla movie and kind of like the production side of it. They're talking about how the guy in the suit started really liking wearing the suit. He just like wouldn't take it off during breaks, wore it after hours, never took it off. He loved it. He became Godzilla. He got aggressive during shoots and stuff like that. And so the director is like, "Hey, go take that off him. He's being crazy. He's overheating. He's getting aggressive." And when they tried, skin came along with it. There was just like, and it was all gooey and gushy. And then it ends with when they looked in the suit, this is what they were expecting. And then it like stays on that for a while. This is what they got. And it shows that the man fused with the suit. Like, he grew into it.
Filled out.
The next video is about, if you're a Godzilla fan, one of the other kaijus, Anguirus. Talking about the guy who wrote... Oh, go ahead.
The one that crawls on all fours and goes like this.
Yeah, he's all spiky.
It's actually one of my favorite Godzilla villains, by the way.
He becomes a friend later on.
He becomes a friend because he fights Mechagodzilla with him too.
Yeah.
He gets blood.
He's like the Worf of kaiju. He always comes in, gets kicked. But they talk about him, the actor who's wearing the suit, and then the guy who's wearing the Godzilla suit. Didn't really get along. Didn't get along with our main man. They were hitting each other, and then a fight broke out during the shoot. And then he got beat up by the one in the Godzilla suit. And so they're like, take it off him. And they're like, and then it shows this is what they were expecting. This is what they got. And he started fusing with that suit. The third video kind of gives us our documentarian, kind of like the one who's putting this all together. He was apparently the cameraman during these shoots.
The American cameraman.
Yeah, and Godzilla doesn't like... The man in the suit does not like Americans. He's like, get them back to America, dang it. He's like, this is Nippon made. And so he talks about how he didn't really like him, but talks about how he was on set. And then one time, everything went dark. and he's like, they were in the studio, freaking out, and then the man in the suit came, and he's like, boo. That's how I did. That's how he did it too. He's like, boo. They didn't do this is what they were expecting on this one though, which I was kind of disappointed on. They kind of just gave you a picture of what he saw before. He saw the man in the suit. It's just a big scary man, Godzilla man, just coming after him.
In the hallway in the dark, he's like, I had the flash on, so I took a picture of what I saw. This is what I saw. It's a cool photo.
Yeah. I do like the whole, like, this is what they were expecting. This is what they got. And then during those, there's always, like, a flash of something. On the Angerous one, there was a word. Can't remember what it said. I looked it up. Can't remember right now. I think it said, like, help me or something like that, because the man in the suit feels with the suit.
There's always, like, some kanji written on, like, in the found footage or whatever. Wendigoon has one where they have it all translated. But yeah, it's always like a cry for help or something that the man in the suit is feeling, like disparaged or something like that.
Yeah. So that's what we're up to. That's what I got to. After watching the theory and then watching it again, I like this. It's like something simple you can make too. It's just like kind of footage from the movies and then kind of putting filters on it.
Apparently, Unknowingly made all this on his phone, which is pretty cool, to be honest with you. That's some ingenuity. I mean, saying it wouldn't take like a lot of effort, but honestly, it would take a bit of effort to do all this on your phone, and to have everything cut together so well too. Because all the editing's really good in this. But keep going.
It just shows like if you have a good idea, you can make a pretty good creepypasta or what is this, analog horror? I guess.
Analog horror, yeah. I guess technically it would be analog horror, but it's found its way onto Reddit, and I think once you kind of have like an r/anything, like you're a creepypasta now. So.
Yeah. Always been a Godzilla fan, so I like how they took like the original footage and audio and just kind of made it creepy, and I like the whole idea of him fusing with the suit and just like him getting way too into his acting, and then he became a man in a suit.
Well, in later episodes, because again, I watched like a lot of the analysis stuff of this, is that you get into the reasons behind why he's so hateful and he hates Americans, that kind of stuff like that.
I'd love to see this with like Barney, because he could easily do it with that.
That would be a little more terrible. That would be like a Papa Meat thing, I think. It'd be right up his alley.
Elmo, something like that. Big Bird.
Yeah, Big Bird. But no, I love the analog horror like genre. Like I love the Jurassic Park stuff. I don't know if you've ever gotten into that.
I'm not really big into. I've seen it, like the whole dinosaurs one and stuff like that. Just didn't really.
I think they're fun, just because I like analog horror. I mean, I'm from the '90s, so my nostalgia kind of hits whenever I hear the like the cassette going into the cassette, or sorry, the VHS going into the VCR. But yeah, I mean, this was actually very interesting and well done, and it was all done by one guy, which I think is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I think the ending of the last one, the third one, is probably my favorite for the endings, just because it has that really cool picture of the Godzilla suit being framed inside the blackness. All you can see is the eyes and the mouth kind of like outreaching for the American, which I think is a really cool visual. But I do like that Wendigoon brings in like the logic of this. Is like, was Toho just really this hard up on money that they didn't want to like get rid of this suit? So they're like, no, just keep the guy. You know, he's a little odd.
Oh yeah, it mentions that the director's like, no, we'll keep him like this. We'll keep this secret. Yeah. He puts on a good like performance when he's like this, so we'll keep him like this.
Okay, so this kind of falls into the part of my brain where I start like off fresh, and so when they go back into like the history stuff like this one and the Russian sleep experiment, for like a brief point in time in my brain, I think that this is real. Now it always crosses a line. I'm like, okay, no, this is fake. But there's always that one little refresh when I first see something like this, where my mind thinks, okay, this is real, this is horrific, but then it crosses that line, and you're like, oh no, okay, I get it, it's fake. But I do like that first part where your brain thinks that this is real for a little bit. It kind
Yeah.
of sparks that that bit of horror that I kind of crave from creepypastas like this, especially like found footage stuff
Hmm.
like this. I love that part of like, oh, is this real? And then no, it's not. But for a brief second, I was my brain was lulled into that sensibility of, ooh,
How
the world is a horrific place.
how old is Godzilla? 70 now?
50, no, no, sorry, it came out in 50, let's say 53, 52, something like that.
I think it's 52.
52, so yeah, it'd be over 70, 72 years old.
I'd love if he went public domain and they made a horror movie of this. That'd be fun.
Toho's never gonna let it go. It's like Disney; they're never gonna let Mickey Mouse go. I mean, they still don't.
Hey, we have Steamboat Willie.
That's true. We do have that one. Um, but like even like the sound of Godzilla's roar is still like the original is still not. People don't know what that is apparently.
Yeah, it's like the secret recipe. It's like the
Yeah,
KFC gravy.
exactly. They've never revealed what specifically makes that sound or how they made that sound.
We got Alex to get close once.
It's true.
Watch out, Toho.
Um, but yeah, it's very interesting. I really liked this series. Just honestly, just watching it, that was a lot of fun going through this. Now you can't really do something and watch this because everything's kind of told in
Yeah, I try to watch
a visual
this at
at
work.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I actually had to physically sit down and watch it, but that did. It is one of those mediums where you just need to watch it, and honestly, it's not that long. Each video is
Yeah.
only like 4 or 5 minutes long.
And I do
So
like
it doesn't.
the hidden messages with like the kanji or the
The
katakana.
kanji, yeah, which is kind of cool because people translate it down there.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. It's almost like a group project almost, which I think makes it a little better, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a lot. This one was fun. I liked this one a lot.
Yeah.
And I really recommend that you guys watch the whole thing or watch it and then watch a few analysis videos of it because you get more takes on it. Which Film Theory did a really good job of breaking it down, and so did Wendigoon. Um, but it's kind of funny is that Wendigoon watched it out of order by accident. He's like, "Oh crap, my bad." So
Yeah, I love this
um,
like taking old media and making it horror. Like I just watched something on the Teletubbies and like there's the whole elder tubby thing and then like stuff like that. I just love when stuff you know is horror.
just watch y'all. Like Jared's gonna make a Teletubby horror
Ken already
series.
did it
It's
perfect. Oh, he already did an awesome industrial rock music video. There's no, I can't even touch that
I'm just
IP.
saying, like we're gonna get like an analog series from you one of these days. I just know it.
That
And you're
yeah,
like,
that'd be kind of fun.
yeah. But yeah, this one was good. So, um, yeah, I really recommend you guys watch this one. I had a lot of fun watching this one. So
Yeah, especially if you're like a Godzilla fan.
I think that was part of it too. Is that I'm a fan of older stuff. The newer stuff I'm kind of not really into that. Um, but okay, I say that. I like Shin Godzilla a lot because I like the horror aspect of it that it takes on, and this is kind of like that same vein for me where it's just kind of weird. Um, so I'm really into this this line of thought, I guess. So, but yeah. Anything else, Jared?
No, I think that's it. Do you have anything
Awesome.
for us for next time?
I don't. I've been okay. Sorry about the lapse, by the way, everybody. That was a bit of a stretch where we didn't have an episode because Jared was dealing with. Jared is now a veteran of the Cloud Strike Wars, so
Yeah.
and I almost died from being sick, which was just not fun. So we kind of had a bit of delay there. So I apologize for the delay, but we'll try to get back on a regular schedule. And thank you all for the subscribing. We're over 100 now. Watch out for the 100 view special that we're gonna, or sorry, 100 subscribe special that we're gonna do for Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon.
We're torturing Michael, and then the
We are going
next
to make Michael cry. I swear.
the next milestone, I have to cry, and then so on and so forth.
I don't know what we're gonna do for mine. Like, thing is, like, a part of me was like, am I gonna like rate all the Nickelback discography? But then Jared would be like joking, like, oh, you'll just enjoy that. So,
They're all S's for you.
I
I
have
get
no idea.
something like you have to watch Gundam Seed again, or
Oh God,
SD Gundam.
I have to give an analysis of Gundam Seed.
Yeah, your favorite character, the main character of that.
Stupid freaking bird. So yeah, thank you everybody for all that. We really appreciate it, and thank you for the praise of Shadow video, which kind of took off for us. I that was a lot of fun. Thank you for everybody. And by the way, that was a random thing me and him did. Me and Jared anyway. We sat down. We thought we were going to talk about something, and I just kind of went like this, like the in praise of Shadow thing. And Jared's like, "Yes, I have a lot to say."
It was a passion that we had to.
We had to get out of our system.
It shined through.
Yeah, and I want to say thank you to Jared, by the way, because he had that video structured way better than I did. Because I just had word vomit, and Jared actually took us chapter by chapter. So, but yeah, so I think that's about all I got for today, Jared. What about you?
That's all. Hope to see you in the next one.
Me?
Them.
Oh, oh. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Bye.